Guys, what is going on? Welcome to my preview and predictions video for this upcoming Sunday's first ever all-women's historic pay-per-view. Even though in my eyes, WWE has really given this show a backseat to Crown Jewel, and I will have more to say about that later on in the video. I'm, of course, talking about WWE Evolution, which will be taking place live this Sunday, October 28th, 2018, from the Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Uniondale, New York. Of course, it'll feature the women from Raw, Smackdown, NXT, and NXT UK. So just my overall thoughts going into this show. Like I said, it kind of feels like an afterthought. It feels like, oh, well, the women aren't allowed to perform a Crown Jewel, so let's give them this consolation prize and not really put much effort into it. Let's do a half-assed effort of promoting it. And you wonder why my excitement for this show is really, really low, which could turn out to be good in the long run, I guess, because if my expectations are low, then, usually they can be met or exceeded. So hopefully that's the case. Hopefully we get a really good show this Sunday, but I'm not holding my breath. I think, let's say if Triple H was putting this show together rather than Vince, I don't know, this card, it's just seems thrown together, and there's just some matches on. There's some matches that I'm looking forward to. There's other matches I'm just saying, why are we doing this? This could be done on Raw or SmackDown. So with all that being said, let's dive in to the WWE Evolution card. So we'll start here with the lazy 6-woman tag team match. So we couldn't get Sasha versus Bayley. Remember that. We could not do that. So instead, this was their great idea. We're going to do a match that we could have done on TV. And I guarantee you this match will air on Raw the following, on Monday as a rematch. I can guarantee you that because that's how WWE thinks. See? They're thinking ahead. Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Natalya versus the Riot Squad. Liv Morgan, Sarah Logan, and Ruby Riott. Seeing how Ruby got the win over Sasha on Monday on Raw, I'm predicting that Banks, Bayley, and Natalya will get the win here. And we have to say Sasha gets the pinfall victory. Like I said, this just feels random and thrown together, and Sasha was out injured. I understand that, but still, you had a ready-made story. When Bayley snapped on Sasha, you had something there. And then you went to counseling, and then you just went to, and then they became a team, whatever their tag team name was, the Huggable One or whatever. The Boss Hug Connection. It's just like, okay, if we're not going to do tag team titles, which Sasha griped about, which it's like, okay, I thought maybe for this show we could have a mini tournament for women's tag team titles. Okay, we're not going to do that. And then what's the point? I don't get it. So yeah. Let's talk about this women's battle royale. For an opportunity for a women's championship match down the line. That is the only silver lining here. This is also lazy. We have Tamina, Billie Kay, Peyton Royce, Ember Moon, Alicia Fox, Nia Jax, Dana Brooke, Asuka, who really should have a high-profile match on this show. It just goes to show you how far down the peg Asuka has fallen here since WrestleMania 34. Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, Carmella, Lana, Naomi, Torrie Wilson, Michelle McCool, Alundra Blaze, Ivory, Kelly, Maria Kanellis, Molly Holly, and Zelina Vega. So you can already rule out any of these legends winning. These former women returning. Like Michelle McCool, Alundra Blaze. I mean, it's not going to happen. So to me, this Battle Royale really can be narrowed down to, I'm just looking at the field here, 2 people. It's either going to be Asuka or Ember Moon. Personally, I'd like to see Asuka win because I think an Asuka Becky Lynch program could be really, really good. And ideally, that would be my women's title picture heading into WrestleMania, because we're going to do Charlotte and Ronda Rousey. Say Charlotte wins the Rumble, goes to face Ronda. Becky needs an opponent. I feel like Asuka would be a great opponent for Becky Lynch and her SmackDown Women's Championship at WrestleMania. But if Asuka wins here, maybe you do that match and that program earlier, perhaps after Survivor Series. I'm not sure if we're still going to do Champion. I'm not even sure what's going on with Survivor Series. Let's get through Evolution first and that other pay-per-view that's airing. So yeah, I think Asuka is my safe pick to win. It would help give her some much-needed momentum after, losing twice to Carmella, being stuck in, a feud with the Iconics with Naomi. It's just like the wheels are spinning. They don't really know what to do with Asuka. You got to build her back up eventually. So I feel like this would be a good first step in that direction. So we'll see. We have Trish Stratus and Lita versus Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. Now, there's some rumors. I'm hearing reports that Alexa Bliss might be injured again. I hope that ain't the case. As far as I feel who's going to win this tag team match, I think Alexa Bliss and Mickie James will get the win, due to the fact that they're on the roster and Trish and Lita are no longer there. They're just making this one-off appearance. As far as my excitement for this tag team match, it's just kind of there. I mean, the build has just been okay. Originally, it was supposed to be Trish Stratus versus Alexa Bliss and Mickie James versus Lita. Then they made it a tag team match. But it's just, at the end of the day, it'll be nice to see Trish and Lita in the ring again. And maybe it's for the better that we're doing a tag team match versus a singles match. So yeah, I'm predicting Alexa Bliss. I'll go so far to say Alexa Bliss will get the pin on Trish. Now here is something that I'm actually looking forward to. 2018 Mae Young Classic Tournament Finals, and I've really been enjoying the Mae Young Classic. Didn't have a chance to watch the semifinals episode, but I'm going to catch it up on that real soon. But it's I have to say I've enjoyed this year's edition of the Mae Young Classic more so compared to than last year's edition. So in the finals, it'll be Toni Storm versus Io Shirai, and as far as I feel who's going to win this match, I think it's Toni Storm's to win. I really like, Toni Storm. One of my favorites to watch in the Mae Young Classic. Oddly enough, I feel she was my pick at the early onset to win the Mae Young Classic. I feel she would do very well in the NXT Women's Division. Make a great addition there. So I think these two are going to just give them enough time, allow them to go out there, and they'll have a really good match. So yeah, this is one of the few matches on this card that I'm anticipating. We have Rhea Ripley defending her NXT UK Women's Championship against TBD. So I'm not sure what that's all about. Is it going to be a match? Because if you think this close, we're, as of this video, 2 days away from WWE Evolution, she's going to have an opponent or not? Not sure what's going on there. Kairi Sane versus Shayna Baszler for the NXT Women's Championship. This is going to be good. I enjoyed the last match at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. I thought they told a really good story in that ring with Kairi Sane eventually able to overcome the bully Shayna Baszler. I think these two just go out there and knock it out of the park every single time. They just have really good chemistry and they gel really well with each other. I could see this really going either way, and that's what I like about NXT. It would not surprise me to see Shayna Baszler win, but I wouldn't be surprised at the same time if Kairi Sane retained her NXT Women's Championship. So I'm going to say, it's tough. I'm going to say that Kairi Sane will retain her NXT Women's Championship. And easily, this is one of my most anticipated matches on this card. Should be good stuff right here. We have Ronda Rousey versus Nikki Bella for the Raw Women's Championship. And I have a feeling that this match will main event. I know that'll upset a lot of you, but just don't be surprised. Ronda ain't losing this championship to Nikki Bella, let me tell you that right now. And I would love to see Ronda just go in there and absolutely beat the ever-loving shit out of Nikki Bella. We'll see how this match goes. I hope it surprises us. I hope, actually turns out being a good match. We'll see. We'll see how they gel together in the ring. But I have to say, with my low expectations for this match, I've actually been enjoying the build. It hasn't been as terrible as when I first heard it. I'm like, oh, that just doesn't really do much for me. But you had the turn, which I actually thought was well done. Even though WWE put that in their top 5 heel turns of all time ranking list. Give me a break. It's just like, don't even do that. I know why they did that, just to get people talking. But I thought Ronda's promo on Nikki Bella was really good. And I thought the contract signing segment, where Nikki was taking digs at, Ronda disappointing her mother, that wasn't bad as well. So the build to me hasn't been that bad. Or as bad as I thought it was going to be. So I hope the match delivers. I hope it exceeds expectations. So, yeah, Ronda ain't dropping that championship anytime soon. I can tell you that right now. And then the match that I am most looking forward to, last woman standing for the SmackDown Women's Championship, Becky Lynch defending her title versus Charlotte Flair. This feud, one of my favorites currently on the main roster. Even though the roles should still be reversed, be that as it may, I'm happy to see Becky Lynch still as SmackDown Women's Championship. I was surprised when she beat Charlotte at Hell in a Cell. She retained at the Super Showdown. She retained on SmackDown, even though she got counted out. So now we're here. Last woman standing match. Not the first last woman standing match. We had another one. People like to forget Nikki Cross and Asuka. What was an absolutely incredible match. Very good match. But it's like, why say it's first ever? I mean, it's NXT, don't try and hide it. It just, that's Vince. That's Vince and his logic. So anyways, I have a feeling these two will tear down the house. I feel this match should main event, but even if it doesn't, hey, Charlotte and Becky, they got great in-ring chemistry. They're going to go out there and they're going to give it their all. And as far as who's going to be the last woman standing, I think Becky Lynch is going to find a way to retain. Because like I said, I think Charlotte, if she wins the Royal Rumble and goes on to Raw to challenge Ronda Rousey, she don't need to be SmackDown Women's Champion. So if that's the direction you're headed in, I'm predicting that Becky Lynch will successfully retain, and that'll make me happy because I'm loving this new aggression in Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch don't give two flying fucks, and she will do whatever it takes to maintain control of that championship. So guys, that is my preview and predictions for Evolution. And real quickly here before I sign off, just want to give my brief thoughts on Crown Jewel. Will still be airing live from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, on November 2nd. And all I have to say to WWE is, you know what happens when you keep Crown Jewel and don't move it to a different location? I'll tell you what happens. Got it right here. It's my good old friend. I'll tell you what happens. You just made the list! So WWE, you made the list. Vince, I gotta put Vince on the list. It's been a while. And I'll put SmackDown on the list, because honestly, I thought Raw was the better show compared to SmackDown this week. It was not a good episode of SmackDown at all, I heard it was just mediocre. So that was disappointing to hear. I hope that's not a sign of things to come. Just saying. Just saying. So guys, that does it for this Evolution preview and predictions video. Feel free to leave your comments down below, your predictions for Evolution. I want to say thank you all for watching this video. Be sure to check out my Raw review from this past week, breaking down an emotional episode of Monday Night Raw, of course, the terrible story, news breaking of Roman Reigns and his battle with leukemia. So I hope that is all going well for Roman. Stay strong. You're in our thoughts and prayers, and we know you will overcome this. And also, be sure to check out my training session with the Kickmaster, Ben Garten, and Matt Kane, my brothers from the Kane Action Team. It's also on this channel. And I will be back up here for my live Evolution review on Sunday as well. And I may be doing a live reaction video thrown in there as well. So guys, that does it for this Evolution video. Thank you all for watching, And be sure to click my like and subscribe button here on youtube.com/DanielGaza412 for all my latest thoughts. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at DanielGaza412, and likewise at facebook.com/DanielGaza1994. Links are down below. Thank you all for watching, and have a good day.